Okay, well here we go on this Monday. I am going to be starting to cut out this because it is rusted. Get that cut out and get our patch panel fitted up in there. Let's see where that takes us. Once you get that done, I may go into the front fender patch panel and then remove the door and leave the door for last. Last time I did the rocker, then I did the door, but I feel like doing things a little differently this week. So let's continue on and cut this away and see what we can find behind all this shit. So as suspected, you can see I got this cut off now. It's laying here right behind me. There it is. And as suspected, this piece is rotten. I've already started cutting it away. This should come right down to the bottom of this and be closed off. You can see it's still rotten. So I've got to cut and rebuild that. And this is stuff that the owners never see afterwards because it's in behind this panel when I put it on. So this is our next step. We're going to cut and rebuild all that, clean all this up, wire wheel it, put a rust inhibitor on there after get it rebuilt, let it dry up before we weld on the new panel. So start cutting this away a bit more here and making some patch panels. Okay, so I got this piece. You can see where I can almost see it where I welded it there. Then I came all the way up, welded it there, put a piece under there, and now I've just put some nice coating on there. Should be dried up within the next 20 minutes or so. And while that's going, drying up, I'm just working on some other stuff, and then we'll be putting this panel on. So, mind you, this didn't all just happen in the last minute and a half. It's been a lot longer. Obviously, I'm shutting the camera on and off. But things are coming along. So there you go. When the customer's wondering where an hour or so went, there was an hour or so. Alright, we'll let the welding begin. So I'm doing my normal trick where I left a little bit underneath. I just clamped it there to hold it, and I'm just cutting it out as I go along. I cut it, this falls into place, I tack it, and I keep cutting it, and that piece will fall out from behind. So while I'm working on that, let's see what Sean's working on. Sean's over here working away on the Scout, getting some work done. Oh yeah! Ah, there we go. It's not in bad shape, this old girl, actually.
I'm going to start charging admission, you know.
Admission?
Admission.
Holy! Oh, you're working. Oh, you're painting tires now too?
Well, I'm going to get them all ready.
Oh, okay.
And when they're done, at least I can get back on this, right?
Yeah, I see.
They do take a while.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's looking good. Wow, that door's not bad, is it?
I'll be done this side in no time, really.
Not a lot. There's not a lot of. It's not really bonded up that bad. This truck. Like, look at that. And there's not a lot of paint on it either. Like, it's just coming off.
They sandblasted this off.
Oh.
Because this was all blasted, right?
Yeah.
And then just put.
Whatever on it.
Oh yeah, some gray primer, whether it's spray bond or what, I don't know.
Well,
the door was overextended at one time. So
yeah.
Very minor, really.
Yeah.
Top of the fender would be.
Yeah.
The bottom of the fender would be. And the patch.
Nice. Well, good.
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
It's going.
All right. All right. There you have it. If you're wondering what the wheels are for, the wheels are for Big Red over there. As you can see, I went out and bought new tires for Big Red, and we painted the back ones up and mounted them. You can also see I put the wheel well chrome around the wheel well, brand new wheel well chrome. Now we'll get those other front wheels painted tonight. I put the wheel well chrome on. Then she's got big new wheels and new tires, I should say, on it. And then it's just a matter of giving her a clean up, wiring in the trailer plug again because I took it off, and she's up for sale. So that's good. What else can I tell you? Okay, well, I'm going to get back over here to welding on the Blazer. Okay, we got all this welded on in place. That's it. So now we can do the body work along the top here where it was welded. Got the hole drilled on the bottom for the brace that goes in there, and put the bolt through it, which I'll take back out again, but just want to make sure it fit good. So now what I got to go on to is I got to weld the bottom of the rocker, that lip you see. I got to go on the back side, and it joins to the new inner rocker I put on. So I'm going to weld that up now, and then from that point I'll move on to the front fender. All this area is done, finished, and complete. Okay, so that's all done. So what I'm going to go on to now, like I say, is I'm going to go on to the fender. Now I've loosened half the fender off. I didn't remove the fender because I do it this way. I grind it down, I see where I got to cut. I cut it out, I put the patch in, I tack it in, make sure everything lines up, then pull it off, if that makes sense to you. So But in the meantime, let's see what else is going on. I forgot to show you guys this. We built a long time ago. We built a roadster for a gentleman named Doug, and we never built, actually. We just did the bodywork and paint. He did everything else. Anyway, he's got a transmission leak, and the only way to fix the transmission is to pull the whole engine and tranny. So here we go. There's the engine and tranny. Right there. And Mike was working on this all day today. This was a full day for him to get this out of here. Look at all the wiring everywhere. Like just a full-on day. So that is what Mike has been on to all day, trying to get that out. Now we'll take the transmission down and get that all resealed up and gone through. But we also noticed he's got some oil leaks back here, one major one. You can see the oil pooling up. It's coming out of the intake, and it's also running down. It looks like the heads are leaking a bit. So, gonna get hold of the owner, ask him what he'd like to do. That's what we always do. And take it from there. I can't remember what this color was, but yeah, we had done, this was a Brookville body, steel body, and then we widened the fenders, we made the running boards. He wanted these front fenders to look they're kind of like a surfboard. He wanted that look. We made these. It's a neat car. There's things I would change about it, like, you know, I would definitely, you know, I would change certain things, but it's still cool. It's still a cool car, but it sure sucks to having to get this out of here because the engine, this whole distributor and everything was tucked up underneath in there. So Mike started here on it. He dropped it off Friday. Mike spent a couple hours on it Friday, then he worked on it today, 8 hours. So we're at 10 hours just to get the thing apart. 10 hours so far. But anyway, now that it's apart, this part's easy. Putting it back together, definitely going to be longer. Putting it together is going to be at least double the time. It just always is. We all know that. Everything comes apart easy. So that's what's going on there. Now Sean is going to be painting my rims. So let's go take a look at that. Okay. And this is how we end our day. The end of the day, the Scout's all covered up in plastic so we don't get no overspray on it. We got my last 2 rims painted for Big Red. There you go. Nothing fancy, just gave him a quick Scotch-Brite, painted him with the gun rather than a rattle can. It lasts a lot longer. She's got some brand new shoes on here, new tires I should say. We call them shoes. She's ready to rock and roll. That's it. And here's the big chaos mess around here. There's a little Model A all covered up. Ford crew cab. Be back on that actually next week, if not this week. And that is what's happening. So, we will. Boom, boom. It is Monday night, and it is, I don't know, probably close to 6:30 right now. We've been out here since 8, so I think we can call it a day. I'm pretty certain of it. Give it a big lockdown. And that's it. So that's it, folks. Well, Sean was painting up my rims at the end of the day. I grabbed my engine, put on the flex plate. I stuck the hearse mount on there, right in the front. Got my lower pulley on there. Got my transmission ready. And that's it. I'm going to leave it alone for tonight. I've had enough. Sometimes you just got to go relax. And you know it's time to relax when Rick's having a bad hair day. So with that being said, it's always a good time and old time. We'll catch you next time.